Phil, what I want to know is who are you going to watch? I can't keep track of the players I know, the players I don't know. What's the backstory? Who should I watch?
Well, obviously, I think, Tom, you naturally gravitate towards the leadership positions,
Yeah.
but there's a ton of key members here behind the scenes that I think are very important. Not necessarily people you don't know about, but people who either have relationships with the White House or work on issues that the White House cares about. The top one on my list is Senator Bob Corker, Tennessee. He's a Republican. He's very, very involved with foreign affairs, but he's also always willing to kind of move into the center and try and make deals on one of those issues, transportation funding. He's already got a bill out to raise the gas tax, something most Republicans won't go anywhere near. I think when it comes to issues on foreign policy, issues on fiscal areas, you can always count on Bob Corker to try and get into the room with the White House. It's always whether the White House will actually help him out.
Does anything happen before the State of the Union address?
You know what's going to be probably most interesting to watch is if Republicans can figure out a way to force the president's hand on Keystone, to force the veto by passing the bills. The Senate's going to start to move on the Keystone XL pipeline bill this week. The House could start as early as late this week. That's probably the main thing. Right now, though, I think, Tom, you're going to see just a lot of positioning. You're going to see House Republicans start to move bills quickly, and you're going to see Senate Republicans see what they can do in trying to keep the process open. Democrats are already queuing up a ton of amendments that would be problematic for anything that they want to do on a messaging side of things. Tom, what's going to be really interesting is seeing how people position themselves before that January 20th speech.
Hey, Phil, help me understand a headline that I saw in the New York Times yesterday, which was Republicans eager to show they can govern. They plan to start with the Keystone Pipeline. That's one thing that we keep talking about here on this show. The Keystone Pipeline, especially $49 a barrel, is politics. It is theater. It is not economic policy.
But, and I think this is what you'd hear from Republicans, it's got bipartisan support. There's already 63, 64 people on board in the Senate for this bill. That's a couple Democrats on there as well. I think they want, it's not necessarily, to your issue, a policy issue that they can move forward to show that they're governing. It's more important to show that they're actually, you know, able to compromise, right? Reach an area, find areas of agreement with Democrats, show that they can move things forward, something that they say Senator Harry Reid was incapable of doing over the last 6 to 8 years. I think that's the biggest issue right now. Some of these bills aren't going to be all policy laden, but they'll be there.
Phil Mattingly, thank you so much from Washington.